And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. By himself. Oh!
Even when they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular. And he pulled it off.
Well, maybe, yeah, maybe this is the best time to do it.
I agree. I mean, now's when you need a spark, something electric to get your teammates fired up. Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slant.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
Right side, Aldridge. On the wing, Iguodala. Aldridge down low. Guarded by Fry. It'll go, and the New York lead is cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Aldridge. And Lillard kicks to Smith. And again, New York with the triple.
They've gotten a bunch of good looks and have been absolutely lethal from behind the three-point line.
Yeah, defensively, you have got to close out and contest. Even if it opens up some driving lanes, you can't give up those looks that often. And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
Near the three-point line, it's Westbrook. Connects, the jumper drops. Westbrook's got 4 points now in the quarter.
They've raised their field goal percentage just above 50% here. They actually look like a totally different team than what we saw in the first half. Much better execution offensively.
Chandler with the block. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Fry, and the shot is good. Fry's got 7 points in the game.
I love the killer instinct he shows right there, exploding to the rim to add to the lead. And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
New York leading by 8. Here's Lillard. 7 points in the game. Shot's good.
The shot quality is very good here, and they're making most of them this half.
Yeah, converting at a really high level. The field goal percentage continues to creep upward. And you can tell he's hungry because that's how you eat away at a lead right there. Make some highlight reel plays and shake that defense up.
Well, Greg, you're right. Not all 2 points are the same. Not when they come on a stuff like that one.
Well, I like the craftiness in his game. I mean, he can distribute or he can attack the basket, just like we saw right there. That feed by Iguodala, a really good example of his passing ability.
And there's the call on Chandler. That is his first foul of the game. Gerald Green, he's checked in for New York. New York moving the ball around. Carmelo throws it down.
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
Stolen by Cantor. And the ball travels out of bounds. Turnover.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
From deep three-point range, missed. And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. New York ahead. They're up by 8. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. Well, welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. And on the floor for New York here in the fourth. Porzingis is out there with Gobert. Then it's Lee. Then there's Gerald Green. And it's Ross in the 3 spot. There's the screen. The 3 from Korver. There's the bucket. Good.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That was a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yep, he was on the money, that's no doubt. New York calls timeout. And during this timeout, I'm sure they'll be hydrating themselves with Gatorade. All the effort out there on the floor, and these timeouts can be such a huge factor in getting a short rest and recharging the battery. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Hi, Kevin. Steve Kerr was just going over the plan with his team. He wants to make sure they stay assertive and aggressive on the offensive end, saying, I don't want to sit on this lead. Let's build on it and not give them a chance of coming back. Guys?
There's the feed to Gobert. The pass to Parsons. He dinks the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
Man, I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
And Kyle Korver picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Jordan, he's checked in for Chambers. Enes Kanter's checked in for New York. Lillard comes in for Courtney Lee. And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That is his first foul of the game. There's a screen by Kanter. Ross passes to Lillard. Nice teamwork to set up the pick play and make the space for the J.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Jordan kicks to Parsons. Banked in off the glass.
That's what they're hanging their hat on today, fellas. Hard-nosed, smash-mouth play down on the low block.
Old-fashioned, isn't it, my man? Old-fashioned. Pound the rock basketball, and it is definitely working for them.
And Lillard kicks to Kanter. 6 to shoot. Lets it fly. And it's Green missing. Outside Jordan. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for New York.
And they've made the long range look like a layup at times in this one, guys.
The number of second chance points they've gotten is also impressive. I mean, they've kept so many possessions alive with offensive rebounds.
Channing Frye's checked in for New York. Anthony comes in for Ross. Anthony in the corner. He kicks it to Frye. He dishes it to Kanter. Makes it off the glass. And New York leads by 3.
I tell you what, you don't want to allow too many of those kinds of baskets with the game on the line.
This is when the defenders really have to protect the basket. You need to be in sync as a unit defensively.
Westbrook with it. Now Anthony defending. The drive by Aldridge.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the right.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
And Lillard kicks to Kanter. Back to Lillard. New York moving the ball around. The shot by Anthony, no good. Clark, one thing we've seen from... That's a beautiful jam. Well, as we move into the fourth, it's been an even game.
Yeah, it has been. Neither team able to create any significant separation so far.
Guys, teams have exchanged the lead 5 times thus far.
Left side, Jordan. Pass to Aldridge. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Aldridge has got 14 points here in the second half.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Not a lot you can do as a defense when they keep getting the ball in the paint like this.
Kanter. Frye dishes to Lillard. To the middle. And Frye slams it in.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Nice way there, guys, to finish up that possession.
Now here's Westbrook. 50 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Chandler, the pass to Jordan. Fires from 18. It's rebounded by New York.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And Ennis Cantor picks up the foul. That's his third foul of the game.
What a bucket at one of the more crucial moments of the game.
How about the collected way in which he delivered it? Clutch.
Smith checked in for New York. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
They're having a lot of trouble dealing with Russell Westbrook. He's a handful.
That one misses for Westbrook. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Anthony.
Huge turnover there, and at a bad time, too. You have to value every possession.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
Taking 2 shots.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line. And it's a 3-point game.
And the perfect time to be perfect at the line. Only a 3 can tie it now.
New York calls timeout. They're behind by 3. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. There's 18 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Westbrook against Lillard. Kicks it to Cantor. Here's Fry. New York, no good that time either.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot up.
And so the home crowd treated to a win. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as Barkley continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal.
Yep, and it might not be the way a coach would have drawn it up or wanted it to end, but these fans love it.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony.
Super. Future. I come looking for you with Haitians. I stay from good Jamaican. From different races. You get money, they